What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be going over 5 tips on how to lose fat. Stick around. Today's video, we're going to be going over 5 tips on how to lose fat. And the reason I wanted to make this video is because it's coming around summertime and everybody wants to get in shape and they want to really get a six-pack or just lose the love handles on their sides. So I wanted to make this video to help those people out who are kind of new to the scene and don't really know what to do. So number 1, the first tip. The first tip is to go on a caloric deficit. You guys have already heard about me talking about this in other videos about caloric deficit and caloric surplus, but just to give a general consensus on so basically a caloric deficit is when you go under maintenance calories. The maintenance calories is how many calories your body needs to maintain its body weight. So if you go under caloric deficit, you're going to be losing weight. So I would recommend going under around 200 or 300 calories. So caloric deficit is a great way to lose fat, because if you're starting to lose your body weight, you're going to also start to lose some body fat. Caloric deficit is a great way to start cutting and losing fat. So how do you do a caloric deficit? As I explained before, you're going to have to know how many calories you're putting into your body and maybe decrease it by a little, maybe 200 or 300 calories. You're going to need to see how many calories you're going to need to take out of your caloric maintenance. So generally what I do for caloric deficit is that I will maybe sometimes skip a meal or have a light meal. In the morning I will have a pretty heavy meal, and then at noon I will probably have a very light meal, maybe just a sandwich or something, and then at dinner I will have most of my calories for the day, because I can really pack on the protein and all of the macronutrients that I need for me to be able to maintain my calories throughout the day. Second tip is fasted cardio. There has been a lot of debate on how if fasted cardio is actually, if it's beneficial or if there's even any benefit at all, why not just do regular cardio? But there has been suggestions that fasted cardio actually helps you burn more calories, because your body has not been able to intake any source or form of energy, so then it will rely on the fat that is being stored. Fasted cardio is a great way to lose fat because it relies on the energy that is being stored in your body. And what is the energy being stored in your body? It's fat. So it will allow you to burn this fat because you're not intaking any other sources of energy. So then your body will go and then consume the fat, which will lead to you losing some fat, which is why fasted cardio is a really good way to lose fat and to burn some calories. On to our third tip. You need to have a high intake of protein. Protein is essential building muscle, to losing fat. It's really essential to any person that wants to have a healthy lifestyle. The reason why protein is so essential when you're trying to lose fat is because it helps your metabolism, which metabolism is burning calories and helping you be able to eat less, and it will help you to burn more calories and fat and then in the process, protein will also help you build muscle. You can also get 2 benefits at the same time. You can lose fat, and then you can also build muscle, which is a high demand in a lot of people, because they just don't want to lose fat. They also want to build muscle. So this is a great way to put on lean muscle if you're having a high intake of protein, because it'll allow your muscles to rebuild and come back stronger. All right, number 4. Number 4 is drink more water. So you may be asking, why drink more water? What's the whole big idea? If you drink more water, most of the time that when you're during a cut, you will be hungry. So if you're drinking more water and keeping your belly full with water, you won't be able to have some cheat meals or start binge eating. With binge eating is that you're just starting to eat because you're bored or you don't have anything else to do, or you're just hungry and then you couldn't stop and you just keep on going and going. And the reason why water can stop this is because sometimes when you feel like you're hungry, you really just deprived of water. So if you're drinking fluids and maintaining your fluids, you won't have these certain hunger urges, and you might be able to stick to your diet or your plan a lot more effectively if you're hydrated throughout the day and you keep your fluids up to maintenance. And another benefit of being hydrated is that you're going to have more energy in your workouts. This is a great way to really put a lot more emphasis into your workouts and oomph into your workouts, because you're hydrated and you're ready to go. So when you're hydrated, it will allow your muscles, it'll allow all your mechanisms in your body to actually go out on full effort. And number 5, we kind of already talked about this in the beginning, but you need to track your foods. It's essential that you track each and every calorie, everything that you eat throughout the day. The reason why is because it's easier to see if you're on a caloric deficit, and it's easier to see if you're making results and if you're seeing any results. A good way to track foods or calories is to use apps or online websites that will track your calories for you, or you can just do it, old-fashioned and have a journal to track your calories and see how much you're intaking throughout the day. And the reason why this is so essential is because you can see what's going into your body, and if you can see what's going into your body, you're going to be able to see what the results of that are. So if you're having a good caloric deficit and you're seeing that your body fat percentage is going down, you can directly correlate that to the caloric deficit and the types of foods you're eating. And when we're on a caloric deficit, we typically want to avoid sugar, because if you have less sugar, you're going to have less nutrients going towards fat, because if you don't use sugar right away, it will turn into fat. And then you want to have more whole foods. You want to have more vitamin nutrient foods like vegetables, fruits. You want to include those into your diet because it will help you in the long run to maintain a more healthier lifestyle. And then also having less carbs, because carbs is almost the same thing as sugar. And when you're having more carbs in your diet, you're going to be converting that. When your body consumes carbohydrates, it will go into mostly fat or stored energy. To really avoid fat, which we're trying to do because we're trying to cut, you should lay low on the carbs. Alright guys, that pretty much sums up the video. If you guys liked it, leave a like. Be sure to leave tips in the comments on how to cut and what are some effective ways of cutting. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Go.